Let me give you the tea on the real reason why the narcissist cannot stand you. A lot of people think that the narcissists are such confident people and they can take anybody down and da 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 da. The narcissist, as I've said many, many times, they are weak people. Their self-esteem is low, their self-confidence is low, but they try to overcompensate by tricking you because they are master manipulators. They trick you into thinking that they actually are powerful. But the narcissist is weak. And the main reason they hate you is because you figured them out. It's that simple. Let me explain this. The narcissist, the whole personality disorder is based on the fact that they act like they're so confident. They have everything going on. So they have two faces. The narcissist is very two-faced. So you, as the empath, or you, the victim, you know the narcissist more than anybody else. This can be a narcissistic friend, it can be a narcissistic parent, but most importantly, the narcissistic partner. So remember when the narcissist first met you. At that time, you didn't really know who they were. You didn't know anything about them. You didn't know the mask that they were wearing. You didn't know their personality. You didn't know how evil they were. You didn't know how weak they were. You didn't know how broke they were. You didn't know all of these negative things about them. So they loved you at that time. They felt like they could grab you and mold you into whatever they want. Right? So they put up this front for the longest time, or at least for as long as it lasted, and you were smitten by them. You were mesmerized and hypnotized and just in love with them, and you couldn't see anything wrong with them, right? So they put up this front for the longest time, as long as they could, to make you fall for it. And at the same time, they were using you, they were love bombing you, they were basically just trying to make you into what they wanted you to be. However, these two faces don't last too long. You can't fake a personality for too long. So the longer you and the narcissist stay together, the more you started to know them, the more you started to suspect them, the more you started to see about them. And this, in turn, is the worst thing for the narcissist. They like to keep up this fake personality that looks so perfect. Their public reputation is everything. Everything. Again, that is why the relationship was so perfect when you first met them, because they couldn't do anything wrong until you probably started to live with them, or you started to just be with them for the longest time and started to see who they really were, until the mask started to fall off. And when the mask falls off, most times it's by mistake. They don't take their mask off. It comes off either because you discovered it or because it slipped off. And once it slips off, the first person to see it is you, the partner, or the child, right? The husband or the wife. The closest person to them is the person who sees it. And once you see it, you become their worst enemy. They become threatened by you. When I say threatened, nobody can find out who they really are. So you, the partner who just saw the mask slip off, you become a target. You become very, very dangerous in the narcissist's eyes. The narcissist becomes very intimidated by you. And you don't know this. All you see is their true colors. You see how mean they are. You see that the whole time they were lying. You see that the whole time they're actually broke. You see that the whole time they're actually weak and insecure. You see the true person for who they are. What they see is a threat, because remember I said their public personality, the public perception of them is their lifeline. And what they want the public to know about them is that they are perfect. They are faultless. They are flawless. So you become a target because you know the truth about them. And so now they have to finish you. They have to fight to save face. They have to fight to keep that fake personality that everybody knows and love, the fake charm that everybody knows and love. And because you have the actual classified T, they have to discredit you. They have to render you weak. This is when they start the smear campaign. So before you go out and tell people who they really are, because of the fear and insecurity that they have, that you may in fact go out and expose them, they try to expose you first. And I say expose because they're not really exposing you. This is where they'll go to every length to ruin your name, your character, and who you really are, because they are afraid that that's what you're going to do to them. So they start the smear campaign. This is when you'll see them go to the same friends and family that they, introduce you to, and start to say things like, I'm a really peaceful person. I don't really like drama, and I really, really didn't want to tell you this, but you wouldn't believe what she said about you. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I know her, I love her, I respect her, but you will not believe the things, and I know you too. I feel for you, and I didn't want to be this person, but I just feel like it's not right. I just have to come out and tell you what they said about you. And they'll come up with this big lie, something really mean and hurtful that you apparently said or did to this person. And that's how they recruit their flying monkeys. Flying monkeys are people who support the narcissist blindly without actually knowing the truth. And these are unsuspected people that you wouldn't even know are their flying monkeys. And this could be your own friends, your own family members, your co-workers, your children. It could be anybody. They will try to build a case against you before you get to say anything. Because again, remember, the narcissist project. They project. The way they feel is the way they want you to feel. The way they act is the way that they think you act. Who they are, they think that's who you are. So they know that they will throw you under the bus every chance they get. So they think that you're going to do the same to them. So they always have to one-up you. See how crazy this game is? The narcissist is really a weak person. They are weak. They can't even fight you by themselves, because the information, the classified information that you have about this person could completely take their mask off and disgrace them and show who they really are. And they can't have that. So the narcissist will recruit people against you. They will go out of their way to get as many people as possible to become their flying monkey. This is when they triangulate. They'll come to you and say, oh, did you know that Mary said this about you? I love you, and that's why I'm telling you this, and I have your back, but I just can't stand when people try to treat people badly or do bad things to people. And then you said, what? I can't believe Mary said this about me. I thought she was my friend. I thought she was my mom. I thought she was my sister. I can't believe this. Well, this is what she said, blah, blah, blah. And then they take that and go to Mary and said, Mary, I really like you as a friend. I like you as a person. I like you as her mother, but I just want to tell you what she's been saying about you. So they triangulate. They recruit people. The narcissist is so weak that they cannot take you down by themselves. They need people. They need other people to help them. So this is the reason the narcissist hates you so much. The simple reason is that you have classified information about them. And what that classified information is, it's simply the fact that you know them. You know who they really, really are, behind the mask, behind the fake charm, behind the fake strength and cockiness. You know who they are. And that is why they cannot stand you. And they try everything in their power to discredit you or sometimes get rid of you. It's a dangerous game. Follow for more.